group of God brothers, of disciples of Prabhupada, who on the basis of his teachings and Shastras, and the base of common sense, really, a lot of, we have seen different activity, different resolutions passed by the leadership of ISKCON. Is it running?
Yes, yes.
Which we can't reconcile with Prabhupada's, with common sense and with Prabhupada's example and teachings. And expressing that lack of ability to accept has meant that we have been ostracized. We have been forced to into a situation like I am. Of course, you may say, well, what is he complaining? He's got a nice place. He must have a lot of money. No. Association is 90% of Krishna consciousness. So material facility might be there. I have so many utensils and tools, but without association it's very difficult, without discussion. So if I or any of my God brothers or others who are little knowledgeable speak their mind, express what I'm expressing now, they are considered by the younger generation, many of the younger generations, as being deviated or eccentric or confused or envious or something like that, which is not at all the case. Somebody posted to the group some comment critical of some aspect of ISKCON functioning or management, and as the result, one of our members, he left our association. Although he said he'll continue serving, which he is doing, some service, but service is personal. One should associate with the person that he is serving. So I hope, maybe the last few words, I'm getting lost from the trail of my thoughts, but or of the principle that actually we, myself and many God brothers and others, do actually criticize about the ISKCON institution. Is not about the institution. The institution is founded by Prabhupada. It is about the actions and words of some of the leaders, which we feel and which we express, some of us, with very good knowledge of the Shastras. My knowledge is mediocre or medium, but some are very knowledgeable and they have excellent very good ability to present their argument with full references to Shastras. Shastras is the authority. in spite of that, we're not considered. See? With one or two exceptions, among not the highest level management, but medium level or lower level, with one or two exceptions, management just doesn't care for us. So it's not that we're a poor, neglected, weak, frail minority. I particularly am physically a little broken, but some are have full energy and full faculties, but they're neglected. Is that good? So when we say something critical in relation to ISKCON, it's not we're criticizing institution. The institution is very beautiful. We are products of it. We loved that life in the early days, living in the institution, but we're critical of the way it has been managed by some of our contemporaries, which we find not according to the instructions of Prabhupada or the Shastras. I hope this is understandable to you, whether physically present or online. Called virtual, but it's real. Hare Krishna. You have all met Dhananjaya Bramacari?
Yes, please.
You've been introduced? I haven't. I find difficulty understanding his language. He speaks German. You want to give class in German? You want to talk in German?
He has a German temper.
Anybody there knows German? No, I'm joking. I don't know if you can give class also. Although I gave class when I joined the movement, 3 weeks after coming into the temple for the first time, I was giving class. Why? Because Sunday, being from French Canada, Montreal, is half and half French, and so one Sunday there was mostly the guests were French, and I was the only one who knows a little French. So after being in the temple 3 weeks, I was giving class. And my French really isn't that very good. So one can give class, but one should know that these are all new people. So I was able to make a acceptable presentation by presenting the very basics in French. Nous ne sommes pas cet corps, nous sommes l'âme. We are not this body. We are, because that's a principle. We also have to. We have not fully realized. We have to also cultivate our understanding. Theoretically, we can accept, but to practice, but in principle, is another thing. Sometimes. Should we have kirtan a little bit? Somebody recorded the kirtan in the street? Huh?
Yes.
I didn't hear it. It was all right?
Yes.
The dogs liked it? Are there a lot of dogs near your place? G? This gentleman. I forget your name.
Krishna. My name is Achyutanand Das.
Huh?
Achyutananda Das. Achyutananda Das.
Achyutananda Das. Yes.
Achyutanand Das.
Here there are so many dogs.
Yeah, so many
In your
dogs,
place too?
Yeah. Yes.
This morning I counted 15 dogs, all, all in one place.
I came here today around 12 o'clock. But I think
Oh.
you have went out somewhere.
No, 12 o'clock I was
12 or
here.
1 like that.
I was here.
Oh, the door was locked.
No, must have been later than 12 o'clock.
Maybe because I don't have.
After taking prasadam, I take some rest, and then I lock the door. But that was maybe 1:30, not 1 o'clock.
Or
Not
maybe
12
1:30,
o'clock.
yes.
India is different, you see. Yesterday, my computer is HP. So those of you who are here, they know that Anand, one of our group members, he works with HP in sales, but he has contacts with technical people. So we call the technical his technical supervisor, and this technical supervisor called the technician, and the technician came yesterday. So he was here for 2.5 hours, and among the activities was that he sang for me a Vital Das bhajan. He is a Madhva Vaishnav. So we talked about SSDs and RAMs and hard disks, but we also talked about Madhvacharya and Vital and Pandari, Pandarpur Vital. And I invited him for a program, but he couldn't come today. And a couple of weeks before, my internet was not working, so I called Airtel, and the technician came. He fixed the cable, and I showed him, I said, look at the books. He opened the cabinet, took out from the top shelf Krishna book, gave 200 rupees and went away. That's India, you see? Little, very good. Still, India has this underpinning of, well, there's many problems, so it's little. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatyadesatarine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Sadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vasyatya Vishatarine. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda